Hi, everybody. Welcome. My name is Tania Haigh. I am so proud to be the organizer and the official license holder for the 2016 TEDxOakParkWomen. As you can tell, just even being here at the 19th Century Club in Oak Park, that has a lot of history in our community, it's really has really come together nicely to just set the tone of the kind of magical evening we're all going to have tonight, creating yet more history for Oak Park. I want to thank you for joining us. This has been quite the road to pull off an incredible evening for our community, and we're just so grateful that you're all here. Brought some friends, spread the word. We got a little bit of a shout out on NPR today, so we're incredibly excited that they helped us raise even more awareness for this incredible event that you're about to experience. So for those of you who were not with us last year at our first TEDxOakParkWomen event that took place at Dominican University, this is our second. And for those of you that I'm already counting on being incredibly huge TED fans, here's a red circle rug. I know that I'm an incredibly huge fan, which is what led me to being here today in front of you all and leading a group of women to bring this together. For those of you who are not as familiar with TED and caught on a little bit later, it's okay, it's never too late. Trust me, there's plenty on TED.com to catch up on. TED started out as a conference for technology, education, and design back in the mid-1980s out of Silicon Valley. I would say in the last 10 to 15 years, the incredible build on this huge global community that TED has created with this massive brand has been unbelievable. And we're really just happy to be here. In those 10, 15, 20 years plus, TED has made an impact with over 30,000 talks, over 130 countries, and TED Women was introduced in 2010. Now, in terms of a TEDx event, it brings a lot of questions. How did this come to be? What made me want to do this? What it really comes down to is TED makes an opportunity available to create independently organized events leveraging the TED brand. And believe me, it comes with a huge level of responsibility in terms of representing TED, the TED format, having the idea worth spreading, and everything that goes along with that to represent the TED brand locally. So in terms of the process, just to answer some of the questions about how I got here, and I love to share a little bit of this story because, again, I'm a huge fan of TED, and 2 years ago, I left a big corporate job to follow the dreams of starting my own business that enabled me to have more time and, take on more than I've ever dreamed of to advance my personal dreams and professional dreams. And when I was really interested in applying to attend TED Women, so those of you who might know about it, it's a curated audience and it requires to apply to attend a conference for TED. At that time, I was being very savvy with my dollars, as much as I have to admit. And when I was looking at attending a conference, it was like $3,500, $5,000, very expensive and pricey. And I thought to myself, oh my gosh, why not bring this to my community? It was like so obvious. So when I went through the rigor of applying and I was so honored to receive the license, I had to hit the ground running of how to build a team and reach out to the women of Oak Park, River Forest, etc. So I turned to Mom Mail, for those of you who are from our community. Woo! Woo! Yay, Mom Mail. And since then, it's been the Oak Park Working Moms Facebook group. If you're here, thank you. Lots has evolved in the last 2 years. So I got incredibly high energy, high performing women to join me on this pop-up nonprofit where we have to go through a journey of not only building our team, it's recruiting the sponsors, everything, the venue, recruiting sponsors, vendor partners, a dedicated group of ladies where we've got really clear roles to make all of this possible. And we are not getting paid to do this. So it really comes from a deeply rooted love and belief of what we're doing. And I personally love what TED represents and the quality of the speakers that you're going to see today in terms of having a great idea. Women and men who are making an impact in what they do every day is what really fuels me continuing to want to do this. So today we are connecting with what's happening in the TED Women National Stage in San Francisco, California. So TED Women was introduced in 2010. It got a lot of recognition with Sheryl Sandberg's Lean In talk, that then just a few years later, they continue to build off of the TED Women platform. And a lot of us who are in the women empowerment space know that this is just, it's been an incredible time for women. And here we are again. This date aligns with not only what's happening in California, but with over 150 to 200 TEDx Women events globally. So the video that you saw, a lot of other women around the world are connected, and we're all having this big global conversation today. So I'm sharing this with you because our theme, It's About Time, is the national TED Women theme, and what we like to do is build off of that national theme and localize it for our community. So when we got informed about this theme, It's About Time, you're like, there's so much you can do with that. So that was intentional. They also surveyed a lot of women like me who are TEDx Women organizers about what are some of the things that we think about. So this theme plays nicely in talking about women's issues on It's About Time to drive peace, or it's literally we're all pressed for time and we're around the time part of all of this. So as part of our program today, there is going to be, as you can see in the agenda, some live stream coming directly when it's live in California. It's always a little touch and go because we're kind of wiring it in, and we know who the speakers are going to be, but the time, it's going to be interesting. Just heads up. Heads up. And we are going to add an intermission because our event is content rich, and I am serious. When you look at the different topics, when you look at the different things that are going on, we just really want you to take it all in because it's going to be there are going to be a lot of emotions when you're sitting down watching consecutive TED Talks versus streaming it when you're at home or on YouTube. Last but not least, I wanted to plug social media. Thank you for those of you who want to, not participate, but if you want to share through Twitter, Facebook, anything that's happening, we're of course always super grateful. And I want to now take the opportunity to introduce our evening's MC, Dr. Lisa Thornton. Because it's our second event, we decided to try to go ahead and bring a presenter from our inaugural TEDxOakParkWomen. And Dr. Lisa Thornton is a doctor, a pediatrician specialist doctor with the University of Chicago, and is an on-air specialist when it comes to children with disabilities. And she is going to be helping us introduce speakers and be our MC of the evening. So thank you for your time. I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Lisa Thornton. Yeah! So excited. So I'm sitting down trying to write these smart, articulate words to just sum up the evening, and I'm writing empowerment, take action, spread the word, and the truth of the matter is that I am just utterly speechless and overwhelmed with emotion, and I'm happy to just be keeping it together right now because I am so proud of all of our speakers, and they've worked so hard to perfect the TED format and deliver these quality ideas for spreading to take back amongst our community. I also want to take this opportunity to thank a whole lot of people because we learned a lot in our second year pulling off this event, rallying our community. Still, there's a lot of education needed about what TED means, and we all are also in an incredible community that is already so giving. This is our lineup of sponsors, and I just can't thank everybody enough for taking, a part in this whole journey and, writing a check or in-kind donations to move this forward because we know there's so many incredible causes to support out there. But this format, as you can tell, is pure and it's powerful in the way we can all make an impact and give light to all these incredible folks who are doing their thing every day, and it's giving them a voice in a much more democratic environment. So thank you to our sponsors, our AV team, our incredible committee. I'm so happy, so thank you for being here. I have to mention, our after party is at Novo. 734 Lake Street. In case you guys don't know the deal, you show your red tote. That was my bad for not pre-communicating it if you didn't keep up with us on social media. And at this time, I would like to bring our entire committee, all of our speakers to come up on stage with me, please, for one last applause and photos. Thank you all so much. Woo! Yay! Good job. Good job. Good job. Oh my God. You're incredible.